Well, it's no news that it's cold and snowing here, but tonight in national news, it has been a deadly weekend of weather with heavy rains across much of the southeast. The National Weather Service has a crew on the ground assessing tornado damage in northeastern Mississippi. CBS's Meg Oliver tells us the latest.
Deadly storms swept across much of the southeast this weekend, bringing heavy rains and leaving dangerous floodwaters. In Columbus, Mississippi, a tornado ripped through the commercial district on Saturday. One woman was killed when a house she was renovating collapsed. About a dozen people were injured in the tornado and damage was extensive. In Tennessee, a tow truck pulled this stalled car carrying a driver and child.
Went to the grocery store and the water was deep but not as bad, and now I don't want to chance it.
Heavy rains made for hazardous driving that looked more like boating.
Literally, we had to switch to the far left lane because the right two lanes are too deep.
Authorities say a Tennessee man died when his vehicle became submerged in floodwaters. Around the state, residents watched and hoped for the best.
That's easily 5 feet, and so my worry is that it will start flowing into our backyard.
In Georgia, where the rain started days ago, this man drove into high water on Thursday and was stranded until authorities came to the rescue.
The old adage of you don't know how deep the water is has real value here.
Meanwhile, snow and high winds battered parts of the Great Lakes region. Snowdrifts in Minnesota and Wisconsin have been estimated as high as 6 feet, with winds up to 50 miles an hour. And according to the National Weather Service, several cities, including Omaha, are approaching the snowiest February on record. Meg Oliver, CBS News.
Well, and it's snowing now here, causing even school delays. We got word that Pryor School District will be starting at 11 a.m. and St. Charles Mission School will have a 2-hour start, as well as St. Labray schools. And join here now with Brett McCrummon to tell us a little bit more about just all the snow.
Yeah, we've got more snow falling. It's been falling pretty much all day. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can expect with our high-resolution forecast. We'll set this in motion, and you can see those snow showers will persist as we go through tomorrow into Tuesday morning. Also, we're looking at areas of blowing snow and bitter cold wind chills of 20 to 40 below zero. Let's go ahead and take a look at our snowfall forecast. We've got 5 different models, and we're looking mainly at the one that's showing 8 to 10 inches. That's what we could see here in the Billings area. We'll have your complete forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thank you, Brett. And in other Montana news, what some say is the single greatest issue facing the dentistry industry may get fixed by a bill in Congress, making health and dental insurance work better for consumers. Now, Senator Steve Daines talked about the Competitive Health Insurance Reform Act at a Vetus group on Wednesday. He met with dentists and others involved in the industry. Dentists say they are faced often with fixed prices, no recourse, and no federal oversight. The Competitive Health Insurance Reform Act would change that, but by taking away federal antitrust exemptions for health and dental insurance companies. Daines says President Obama supported the bill, and now President Trump backs the legislation, which has bipartisan support. Now, the House passed its version of the bill 4167 in March of 2017. The United States Air Force came to Billings to play some big band music this afternoon. U.S. Army veteran and Crow tribal member Newton Old Crow presented the colors. The U.S. Air Force Academy Falconeers are an 18-piece jazz ensemble. The performances help highlight the Air Force and the Academy, and members say there's just something special about being part of a military band.
I can't speak for the other bands, but I know this band really is true to my heart. I love these men and women who serve our country every day, and it's a lot of fun. Our job is to honor, inspire, and connect. Take the Air Force uniform to communities that may not see it on a day-to-day basis. Bring the military uniform to the public and represent the Air Force.
Billings was the final stop for the Falconeers' week-long tour, which also included Missoula, Butte, Helena, and Bozeman. The movie industry honors its best at the 91st Academy Awards. That happened just tonight, and the Babcock Theater here in Billings started showing films about the time the Oscars started and recently brought movies back. Q2's David J. talked with Babcock management about movies in Billings.
Fans enjoy a film at the Babcock Theater.
For over 100 years now, film has been a central part of our culture, particularly here in America.
Matt Blakesley runs the Babcock, which started showing movies again in November.
We love stories. It's always been a part of our humanity, and so film is one of the best ways to share stories that we all can connect with. A room full of strangers come and laugh, be scared, have joy, and experience those things. There's something magical about coming to the cinema together, and so that really is not going anywhere.
And it may be even more magical at the Babcock.
People love the nostalgia of the Babcock Theater, and so many people are coming to films here, bringing their kids here for that nostalgia piece. Maybe they don't even care as much about the movie, but it's just the experience of going to a movie at the Babcock that they love so much.
Matt Blakesley also runs things here at the Art House Cinema and Pub. He says the experience is similar. The fans want to come here for that theater experience on the big screen, but he says he tries to find a different type of film for this theater.
When we started Art House, we started it because there were so many Oscar-nominated films that we never saw here in Billings. Art House is, smaller budget indie films, foreign films, documentaries.
Blakesley says films are made for the big screen with big sound.
There's something truly special about that cinema experience, and so I think more and more people are experiencing that and wanting to be a part of that for sure.
And he says whatever the technology, movie fans have always liked the theater.
No matter what technology you have at home or in your pocket, you cannot replace the experience of cinema, which is mainly more of the community aspect, a room full of strangers. We're in here at the Babcock for the long haul. We're in Art House for the long haul because we believe this is going to continue to be a staple of what film, art, and culture brings to a community.
David J., MTN News, Billings.
The Babcock also held an Oscars viewing party tonight for the Academy Awards, and Chris Martinez has a wrap-up from Los Angeles.
Oh my God.
Bohemian Rhapsody's Rami Malek won Best Actor for his portrayal of Queen frontman Freddie Mercury.
Listen, we made a film about a gay man, an immigrant who lived his life just unapologetically himself.
Regina King took home the first Oscar of the night, winning Best Supporting Actress for If Beale Street Could Talk.
It goes by so fast, and you want to thank so many people, and your mind just goes blank.
Green Book's Mahershala Ali earned his second Supporting Actor award for playing real-life pianist Dr. Don Shirley.
Trying to capture Dr. Shirley's essence pushed me to my ends, and which is a reflection of the person he was and the life that he lived.
Veteran filmmaker Spike Lee won his first competitive Academy Award, picking up the Best Adapted Screenplay Oscar for BlacKkKlansman.
Let's do the right thing!
Alfonso Cuarón's Roma picked up awards for Best Foreign Film and Best Cinematography.
This is the first time in 30 years the Academy Awards did not have a host, but it did have some star-studded musical performances.
Queen took the stage with Adam Lambert in support of Bohemian Rhapsody. And Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper performed their hit Shallow from A Star Is Born, which won Best Original Song. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And the Green Book took home the Oscar for Best Picture this year. Well, thanks for watching the 10 o'clock news here on Q2. In our latest ag news, we talk about a provision in the legislation that is helpful for livestock haulers. We learn more about that after the break. And later in sports, we're not done with divisionals just yet. Highlights from a rare Sunday Challenge game this afternoon, plus tomorrow's schedule for the final state tournament berths.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora, Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs, and sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.